A lot of people said a lot of stupid things, so I'm going to say the smartest 3 words you've heard all week. Let's lock up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Headlock'd. My name is Noah Waterman. This is the show where we take everything you loved in the past week in wrestling and hit it harder than a double stomp from Davey Richards.
He's withstood the offense of Richards. He just ate.
Oh my God, in the face!
Oh!
We thought Paul was acting stone before the concussion. Okay, in all seriousness, concussions in wrestling are a big problem. Paul London is a very talented wrestler, but he's known for his high-risk maneuvers. After this concussion, he had the wherewithal to go out and cancel his other upcoming wrestling dates and stay home and heal up before returning to wrestling. This is a smart thing to do. Unless you're under Vince McMahon's umbrella or Dixie Carter's dirty poncho, there is no health insurance in wrestling, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. Too often, wrestlers will go out, get injured, and decide to work through the injury instead of healing up, which can cause more complications and possibly shorten their career. We applaud Paul London's example of staying home and not working through the pain and hope other wrestlers follow suit. Like Dolph Ziggler, who this past Friday suffered a concussion on SmackDown. Luckily, the WWE does have medical staff on hand, and they were able to rush him to the back immediately after the match. At this time, there's no word on whether or not he will be able to compete in the ladder match, a match known to cause severe injuries, during Extreme Rules, a pay-per-view known to cause severe injuries. This would be a big hit if he doesn't compete, since he is the World Heavyweight Champion, and this match is for his belt, making him the centerpiece of this feud. While we're on the subject of WWE writing themselves into a hole they can't write themselves out of, this week Raw started with the announcement that John Cena will take on the Ryback in a last man standing match. Since turning heel, Ryback has run from every challenge he's been faced with. Before turning heel, he had lost every important match he'd been in since his match with CM Punk. While Ryback the character has a lot of potential with his O'Doyle on steroids gimmick, Ryback the wrestler is getting harder and harder to take as a serious threat. The way I see it, this match can go 2 ways. 1, Ryback wins and beats the man who just won the title at the most important event of the year. Highly unlikely. Or 2, Ryback loses the match he chose against a man with an injured ankle. Seriously, the item that John Cena uses to stand on is not working properly in a last man standing match. If John Cena wins, Ryback looks like an idiot. More like an idiot. Ryback's not the only one. Cesaro. I love the fire, the passion, the European take on the Guardian Angel's outfit. But have you been watching the same show we've been watching for the last 3 months?
Antonio Cesaro has.
I don't always ask for the microphone, but if I do...
I prefer Dos Equis.
Is that all the competition you've got for me? Because if you do, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Does anyone want to remind him that he lost his title to Kofi Kingston? A man they give the title to when they have no better idea what to do with it? And if that wasn't enough, he lost his match against Randy Orton later in the week on Main Event. Cesaro, the way I see it, you have no room to talk. See, this is what happens when you take a talented wrestler and bury him as you did. When you try to build him back up, no one's going to take him seriously. Of course, when it comes to saying things that you shouldn't, there is no better example than this week's World Heavyweight Championship douche canoe, Jay Briscoe. This week, Jay tweeted, "The Delaware Senate passed a bill that allows same-sex couples to get married. If that makes you happy, then congratulations." That's actually kind of sweet in a nonpartisan way. I imagine he follows it up with something very kind and courteous, like, "Try to teach my kids there's nothing wrong with that and I'll f***ing shoot you." Oh. Well, that's scary. Now, I can't say I'm surprised. This is coming from a chicken farmer who wears a Confederate flag on his shorts. And I'm not going to attack the man's opinions, no matter how little I agree with them. I am going to viciously lay into the manner in which he said them. Are you f***ing kidding me? In what strange alternate universe is this ever okay to say? Never mind you have done years of damage to the negative stigma that is constantly being attached to professional wrestling, but you are a public figure in your craft. You're not allowed to say you're going to fucking shoot anyone. Especially if it involves a group of people who have a history of being beaten because of their lifestyle. There is not enough time in this episode to go into why that is not okay. Now, Ring of Honor did something very interesting. Not only did they issue a statement saying the views of Jay Briscoe do not yada 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 yada, and he apologized on Twitter, and he's going to apologize publicly at the next event, but he has agreed with Ring of Honor to donate his entire pay for the next 2 events to the organization Partners Against Hate. I think this decision by Ring of Honor is quite impressive, as unfortunately, this does happen sometimes in wrestling as it would in sports and media in general. I think more companies and businesses need to take this as a model of punishment for this type of bigotry. Jay, you are talented, you are charismatic, but your words have left a bad taste in your fans' mouth, which will last for many months to come, making you the World Heavyweight Championship douche canoe. I can't even say it a second time. Yes, I can. You douche canoe. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. Feel free to leave a comment below. Tell us what you think about what's happened in the past week. Also, go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the page, and go ahead and check out our new Facebook fan page. We'll be posting the videos on there, as well as other musings and insights for the week of wrestling. But in the meantime, my name is Noah Waterman. You have been watching Headlock'd. Don't try this at home.
Are we going to play one-on-one? Didn't Tracy Smothers say something about how he used to beat Larry Bird? I want to see Tornado and Tracy Smothers. One-on-one. It's a one-on-one match. Side out. Oh, off the heezy. Oh!